Hi again then guys, and so we've got another GranTurismo 6 top speed tune for you today, and this time it's for the R33 generation Nissan Skyline touring car. This is a Polyphony Digital original, it's not a real car, so you want your racing soft tyres. For suspension we've got the ride height on 70, front and rear, springs we've rounded off to 1025 and 875, dampers and anti-roll to 4, camber relatively low on 1, neutral toe as always. For the gearbox you want the highest possible auto setting. Then I believe for the final drive I put it up to 5.5 if I remember correctly. Then bring the auto setting down and then up again one click, which then allows you to reach these individual gears of 2680, 1800, 1275, 950, 725 and 500, and then I put the final drive down to 5.2 as you can see. For the diff, obviously it's all-wheel drive, so wheel spin isn't really an issue off the line, but we've got low initial torque, high acceleration and low braking with a torque split of 30-70. You want both power upgrades, and I would recommend the mid RPM turbo, and obviously you want your downforce as low as possible. Traction control is of course turned off as always. And so of the 3 Skyline touring car models, this is actually the slowest. The R32, perhaps surprisingly, is slightly quicker, only by 2 or 3 miles per hour, but slightly quicker. But I think overall, this has to be personally my favourite of the 3. It's actually very similar to the Skyline GTR Nismo that raced in the Le Mans 24-hour race in 1995, I believe it was. It lost in its class to the McLaren F1, but up against a McLaren F1, that's a pretty hefty competition for a Skyline to go up against, especially on a track like La Sarthe with such a long straight involved, so it did pretty well really. But this car is, as I said, a Polyphony Digital original, which means that it's not technically real, although visually it is very similar to the Nismo Le Mans version. And I don't know why it's my favourite of the 3. I think I just like the look of the R33 the most. It looks the best proportioned to me, but obviously that's just personal opinion. As far as performance, not quite as quick as you might expect from a Skyline, but definitely not slow, and especially for a touring car, it is one of the quickest touring cars in the game. So that's something to bear in mind if you're looking for a fast touring car. And one of the great things about all 3 of these Skylines is the prices. They all cost around $250,000 or less, so significantly undercutting many of the official touring cars on the game, which is a pretty cool feature. Now as far as draft potential, as you can see you've got absolutely tons of it, around 2,000 RPM, if not a little bit more, of slipstream potential. So you should easily be able to slipstream this car up around 270 or 280. Like I said, easily. It's got the power to do that. And although it's not as quick as the road-going Skyline R33 under its own power, it's still not a slow machine. So for those of you guys who do decide to use this tune, of course I hope you find it fun and competitive. And if you're new to the channel and found it helpful, feel free to subscribe. I put out new top speed tunes like this every day. And as always, thanks for watching.